Well, good afternoon and welcome again to another CVMSDC virtual capabilities briefing with our guest today from Virginia Heritage Foods. I'm your host and moderator, VK Fields with the PR Pros team. We have another engaging session planned for you today with Asghar Goraya. As a reminder, all of our audience participant lines are automatically muted. However, you can submit a question using the question box feature in your GoToWebinar dashboard on the screen. Also, today's session is being recorded and will be available for you to review later and share with your colleagues. You can view the recording from the CVMSDC website at cvmsdc.org/webinars. Now, I'm pleased to introduce our CVMSDC President and CEO, Dominique Milton, to open up today's session. Good afternoon, Dominique.
Good afternoon, and thank you, VK. I am so excited today to present to you Asghar Goraya, CEO of Virginia Heritage Foods. Today, we're having a VCB. It's called a Virtual Capability Briefing. It's a format that we have developed to allow our MBEs to be able to present their products and services to our corporate partners. Because we can't necessarily meet face-to-face, this is a great way for you, a certified MBE, to be able to make your pitch and have it live on your website and our website. So if you're interested in participating in a VCB and you're a certified MBE with CVMSDC, please email us at info, that's INFO, @cvmsdc.org. So without further ado, I'm interested in hearing from Asghar about the building of his business. Born in Pakistan, immigrated to the USA in 1973 at age 25 with a suitcase and $300. I love to hear those stories. Asghar lived in New York, North Carolina, and now in Richmond, Virginia. He worked for Philip Morris and held different management positions and retired in 2008 after 30 years of service. Asghar believes in giving back to the society. He is a statewide approved volunteer with the Department of Correction. As a volunteer, he visits prisons and teaches citizenship skills to inmates. Also, he manages a homeless shelter in Richmond, Virginia. The shelter provides free food, shelter, and job assistance to homeless ex-offenders. I am so excited to welcome you here today, Asghar, and we're interested to hear how you have built this business and the products and services that you represent. Welcome.
Thank you, Dominique, for such a nice introduction. Hello,
well, you're quite welcome. I'm going to leave you here and let you make your pitch, and I'll be right back as soon as you get done, and we can do Q&A. How's that sound?
Sounds good. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Take it away.
Yeah. Virginia Heritage Foods, located in Ashland, Virginia. 34 years ago, the company started as a Charles chip distributor, delivering door-to-door potato chips in large tin cans. Today, the company carries and delivers over 500 scans of products. Next, please. Virginia Heritage Food distributes only dry grocery products. We do not carry dairy products, produce, or frozen products. Next, please. We can deliver two ways: from our warehouse to your warehouse, direct to your store. In this case, we will not only deliver, we also will merchandise at your shelves. We specialize in Virginia finest and local products. They include peanuts, spices, honey, and some other products, local products. Our national products are tortillas and other Hispanic products. Next, please. Virginia peanuts is one of our local products that we carry. They come in cans as well as bags, and they come in different sizes. Here we show only 3-4 varieties, but we carry several other SKUs. Next, please. Tortillas is our best-selling category. As a matter of fact, majority of our business comes from tortillas. Next. We carry variety of other Hispanic products. They include cheeses, cookies, jams, and several other products. Next, please. These are our customers: Kroger, Walmart, Publix, and Giant. Next. Also, military commissaries, Harris Teeter, Martin's, and independent stores. The territories we serve for DSD, direct store delivery, is the Virginia is our main territory, then West Virginia and Washington, D.C. Next, please. Our promise: do it right the first time, and our service would deliver and merchandise our products. Our sales team is trained to make your shelf appear as in a grand opening condition, and we live by that promise. Examples, a couple of examples I can give you. A spice company using our service, they had a new marketing manager. He decided to go direct to the stores, cutting the middleman, which is us, so that they can save the money on the commission. So they left us, went direct to the retail customer. They were unable to provide the high level of service demanded by the customer. Then they came back to us using our service after 4 years. Another example is there was a local peanut company. They left us in 2014, and they couldn't keep up with the service demanded by the customer. Then they came back in 2019. Next, please. The certification we have it from, of course, we're proud to be certified by the Carolina, Virginia Minority Supplier Development Council, CVMSDC. And also, we're proud to be certified as a SOAM certified business. Next. And now I open for questions.
Well, you get 10 points from me because CVMSDC just rolled off your tongue so easily, and most people can't do that. So kudos to you, and thank you for making that presentation. Question for you. So it sounds to me, Oscar, as if you have two different streams of customers. So you have your customer who has the product, who is the producer of the product, maybe an MBE, who has a sauce line or a spice line or the tortilla line. So that's one customer. And then another customer are the distribution points, your Giant Foods of the world. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay. So tell me, what are you looking for, more products to distribute, or are you looking for more distribution points? What would be an ideal customer for you?
Here's, our capability is, if it's the existing store, for example, one of the existing stores I listed up there, we can provide any service, DSD or direct to the warehouse. For the new customers, if it's a new store, we are looking for somebody who we can deliver from warehouse to warehouse.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, but ideally, as we talked earlier, you're looking for new distribution points, right?
Correct. Yeah.
Okay. All right. But if I have a product that I want you to distribute for me, I can do that with you as well, correct?
Correct. Yeah.
Okay. All right, good. So what, you mentioned the peanut company that left you and came back. When they left you, they started losing profits. And when they came back, were you able to help them increase their profits?
They could not keep their shelves in all, they were shelved for, over the period of time, they found out they're losing money because they couldn't keep up the shelf organized, and
Okay.
the supply service, mostly the service was the issue.
Okay, so that gets me to my next question: is what really sets you apart from the competition? Because there are other, we'll call you a distributor, right? There's other distributors out there, but what sets you apart? Why should I look to have you come and have distribution in my store?
Yeah, every store manager would like to see his or her rack look in grand opening condition all the time, because that's how they are
Okay.
rated. Our specialty is we have route salespeople. Not only they deliver, they also merchandise on the shelves. What they do, they will rotate the product. For example, older date will come in the front every time they deliver, and the newer date will go in the back, number one. And number two, they will make sure, there are small, tiny details that has to be worked
Right.
out. The label has to be a certain place, the cans, how to arrange them, how to put the bags, all those things. So it really makes a difference. When the customer comes there, you have only a few seconds to show you. Otherwise, they walk by your product and buy something else.
Excellent.
So
Excellent.
that's what sets us apart.
Okay, great. Well, I didn't share with you that I have a background in food distribution. My first job out of college was Procter and Gamble, and I did packaged soap and detergent. We rolled out liquid Tide, and so I understand what it takes
Well,
to put product on the shelf and make sure it's positioned right. So that's good. So, VK, do we have any questions coming in from the field?
Let me just remind the audience that if you would like to submit a question to us, Gar, you can use the question box feature in your GoToWebinar dashboard and submit a question to him. So we have one question that's come in already, and I certainly will monitor as we go. It is, do you distribute any beverages such as soft drinks, teas, or coffees?
we only distribution is the water right now we're doing. But if we have the capability of getting what you need, depends what you need.
Okay, thank you. And how
So
large? Go
go ahead,
ahead.
VK. No, you go ahead.
Next question is, how large is your company? Meaning, how many employees and salespeople do you have?
We have 17 routes in Virginia, West Virginia, and DC area. We have 10 full-time employees, and these 17 routes, they are independent operators. They work on commission, but we have 2 sales managers who regularly will monitor the stores which are serviced by the independent operators. Then we have the supporting staff in the office, 10 full-time employees and 2 part-time employees.
Thank
Very
you.
good. Was that it, VK?
Yes, for now.
Oh, okay, all right. So I'm going to go back to the question about beverages. So I heard you say up front that you didn't do perishables, but if it was a juice, particularly like you said, you specialize in Hispanic products. If it was a juice or a soda that didn't need to be refrigerated, you could support that if a company had that.
We don't have a refrigeration capacity right
Right.
now.
Okay. Right, but most beverages don't need to be refrigerated.
Correct.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So what is the process if there's an MBE listening that has a product that they want to put into distribution, they don't have the capability to handle the shelf placement? What is the process that they would go through to engage with you?
We can have one-on-one meeting
Okay.
and know each other. We want to make sure we can fulfill the service needed by them. So they need to know us, we need to know them, and then we move forward from there.
Okay. Well, I know like with Oprah, you can't get distribution with Oprah. You can't even get on her show unless you have a certain quantity of product available. Do you have a minimum that our MBs have to have, or a minimum amount of distribution to be able to come to you?
We'll distribute, even if they want us to distribute just in Richmond area, we will do that.
Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. And what happens when you first start, most vendors will support the initial inventory. For example, if there are 20 stores, they'll provide 20, cases of their product to have displays to see how it goes. And then as we move forward, we'll evaluate. They'll evaluate our service, and we evaluate their supply capability and all those.
Okay, great. Talk to me a little bit more about your capability to deliver your services in North Carolina.
In North Carolina, we can deliver warehouse to warehouse. We don't have any routes, salespeople to support DSD there right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what about DSD delivery? That's just in Virginia and DC?
Correct. Virginia, DC, and West Virginia. We can do that.
Okay. All right. And do you have any plans to expand into South Carolina?
Not right now. We honestly, Dominique, what we did this year, COVID-19, our competitor couldn't keep up. They had a disruption in the supply line.
Mm-hmm.
And what we did, we used this opportunity to cultivate our relationship with the stores. And during COVID-19, they said, just take whatever space you need. And so far this year, we are 23% above the target, we had set for this year, sales target. And we found it valuable to do the customer we have, do it right first, master the techniques and everything before we move to the new territory.
So I'm glad you said that, because for our listeners, I love his model. You know what you've focused on. It's a very narrow niche, and you mastered that. You're the best in class there. You're making sure your shelves are always camera ready, grand opening ready, as you said, and you've mastered that. You mastered distribution to the points that you have. You can add more distribution points in those markets because it fits within your niche. You can add more products, but although that's not your primary goal, is to add more products, you're trying to service more locations with the products you have. So I love that niche concept because it helps you to be able to focus and to grow. So congratulations to you.
Oh, thank you. Another thing we did was this year, we shortened the routes. For example, if a salesperson had 25 stores on his or her route, we shortened it to 20. So what happened, the salespeople weren't happy to begin with, but I had a vision. They went down to 20 stores, and their sales at each store increased. So as a matter of fact, their revenues went up. So that's how we realized 23% increase in sale, because I kept on telling him, believe me, shorter routes, less stores, you will not have out of stock, you will sell more. Once customer comes, he sees out of stock, you lost that sale.
Right.
So this is my model, less, and salespeople are happier because they have less distance to travel now. They have more time now to spend at each store.
So less is more. Have you ever done any promotions in your stores?
Yes, we do that all the time. Yes, we, as a matter of fact, the vendors team up with us, and sometimes we have buy one, get one free, or, coupons and discounts. Recently, we had a, this new product, vegetarian burgers, right?
Yes. There's two different product lines out there, Beyond Meat, and then there's one other, Impossible Burger.
Our vendor teamed up with Beyond Meat. We had a great promotion, tortillas, and then Beyond Meat right next to it. It went very well at Kroger's.
My daughter would have appreciated that because she's a vegetarian. So yeah, that's great. Those products have taken off and soared. Excellent. Now, do you support the smaller bodegas?
Yes.
You do? Okay.
Yeah.
Good. All right. Thank you. Valerie, any questions coming in?
We did have one more question come in. Asghar, the the attendee is asking if you could talk a little bit more about your experience in taking advantage of the disruption of your competitors' supply chain during COVID. So the question is, what are some key business lessons you learned in 2020 because of COVID-19?
Well, you know, this was a very difficult time for a lot of people, among us too. COVID-19 hit a lot of families in an unexpected way. And what we did, first of all, we took care of our employees. We made sure they are safe, and also, not only that, we gave them anybody who worked through the COVID, we gave them a bonus.
Nice.
And this is all about how you treat other people.
That's right.
So once we, our competitor had a plant in, their supply line was from Philadelphia, and Philadelphia closed down for a while. And they had a COVID issue at their plant, and they couldn't supply tortillas. So we had extra space. For example, if you have 10 facing, now you have 20 facing to fill up, because store doesn't want to see their shelf empty.
Okay,
so right. They said, just bring in whatever you can. And so we did that. We were getting our supplies from Atlanta, from the other side of the country. So we did fill up so not only that, even after COVID-19, we cultivated that relationship with the chain stores. And now we have, every time we go and we ask for extra space, we have no resistance, no problem, because they know we will deliver what we say we will deliver.
That's excellent.
I think you're,
yes.
Okay, good, thank you.
Yeah, that's excellent. Can you talk to us about University of Richmond and how that program helped you? You were a graduate this year.
Oh yes, I tell you, this is a blessing for me. I was telling my coach that I'm talking to people more and more now. One thing I learned was, people would like to know if there's a positive feedback and negative feedback. You have to let them know. So what I do, I personally meet each person. I stay very busy, but I make time for employees and talk to them one-on-one. And recently, what happened was, my coach was helping me to we had some personnel issues at the company, and my coach was helping that. So I gave him an example that there were two people. One is my sales manager, and other one is the operations manager. They didn't get along good, so I had one-on-one with them and showed them, how they can benefit by at least treating each other respectfully. And it took me about a month to bring them to a common ground. And in my absence, they got together and they looked for a opportunity, and they called a vendor. And during the call, they found out there was about $230,000 new opportunity they found out. So there are 47 Harris Teeter stores where we have an opportunity to put new product in. We already going to those stores, but this is going to be new product. Will be merchandising at those stores. So
wow, that's tremendous.
So this is all CVMSDC and University of Richmond. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
So you attended the University of Richmond. It was virtual this year. We gave you a scholarship, a $5,000 scholarship to attend the program. You came away with some skills that you were able to impart to your employees and turned around and got a $230,000 deal out of this.
Yes.
Well, we're going to write that up as a testimonial story. I love it. I absolutely love it. So thank you so much for sharing that. That's outstanding.
You're welcome. Thank you.
All righty. Well, we're about to wrap up. I'm going to give you a moment for last comments before we wrap up. Do you have any closing words that you want to share with your audience?
Closing word, mine is, if you take care of the people, people will take care of you. My focus has been, if you give, it doesn't decrease your wealth, it will increase your wealth.
I love it. Thank you so much. And again, congratulations on the growth of your business and being able to serve with excellence and engaging fully with this council. For our listeners, if you are interested in a virtual capability briefing, please email us at info@cvmsdc.org. I encourage each of you to go to our website at cvmsdc.org and register for our newsletter and our email distribution list. Each week, 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, we have emails, actually a newsletter that comes out packed full of information to help our MBEs to grow. So we encourage you to sign up. Also, check out our calendar. When you go to our website, go to events, then look at the calendar. And every single week, we have events for you to engage with. We have a Straight Talk series, we have a Lunch and Learn series, and then we have this VCB series. And then there are other training programs that are coming up. Our next major event will be in April, and that is going to be our annual meeting and our pro forma combined together virtually. And then we're going to have our face-to-face event in August of 2021, which is going to be BOC. So please look for that information. Please register early. Those who registered early for our Reemerge event were awarded a gift. And we want all of you all to register early so you can get your gifts and participate in our matchmaking programs when we have them. So I really appreciate you tuning in today. Oscar, you've been fantastic. Your growth is phenomenal. Your quality is excellent. So thank you so much for being here today. And
I have a question. Now,
yes.
does my contact information been sent to the audiences?
So was there a last slide with your contact information on it? Because if so, that was shown. I don't recall seeing that last slide.
I didn't have any, no. Sure.
Okay, well, go ahead and give out your email address and your phone number.
Okay, phone number is 804-306-6587. Again, 804-306-6587. And my email address is Oscar, ASGHAR @heritagefoodsco.com.
Heritage Foods with an S on the end?
Heritage Foods, yeah, S at the end, Co, company, like company, heritagefoodsco.com.
Okay, sounds good. We'll make sure that we send that out and when we have our newsletter and send that information out for you. Thank you so much for joining us today, and it is a wrap. VK, thank you.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Happy holidays, everyone. That concludes the session. Have a great afternoon.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays. Thank you, Dominique.
You're welcome. Great job.
Thank you.